Okay. But what's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's Kush back at it again with another Giants. I was about to say Giants update video. Just Chillin podcast call-in show. What up, y'all? How y'all doing? We already got Mike in the back. Members, if you're in here, the link has already been posted for you guys in community notes, so you could go head over there, click it, and tune right in. We got Levance in the chat. What up, man? Joseph Balby, Edward Chan, Logan's Giant Zone, Harrison Aaron. What's up? Kresley, Yuvraj, and Miz also in here right now. Logan back right there, popping back in. Miz, that's got to be a joke, right? Miz out here saying the song lyrics from a couple years ago. Big Blue in the Bronx here. What up, Alex? How you doing? Everybody, I see y'all popping back right in. Let's just get right into it, man. Today, Giants had their roster cut downs. There's only been really like two dudes that kind of officially got cut by us. You know what I'm saying? Other guys were moved to IR. Is basically the general idea that I got, but we didn't really cut anybody in terms of a big amount, and we didn't cut anybody that I was expecting to get cut either. I'm not sure what's up with my chat right now because it ain't moving at all. Come on now, stream. Wow, this thing is being alright then. Hopefully that fixes itself on its own. But what up, Krez? He says I'm trying to get my cat to go Giants, and it's saying let's go Yankees. Are you a Yankees fan? And then Logan out here just finishing his homework just in time for stream. What up, man? Alright, this chat box is really kind of annoying me, bro. What in the world? Why is it not getting the thing, bro? Why is it not? Let's see that if that does anything. We'll see if that does anything. Anyway, all that being said, no Rivera, what's up, man? Let's get the first caller on, Mike from the members. What up, Mike? How you doing, man?
Yeah, what's up?
What up, man? The rain in here as well, bro. What's up?
Not much, but
Miz?
I just can't wait for our final preseason game to see what Daniel Jones is like.
Mm-hmm. That's about it.
That's
that was a very
that's
short
about
line right there.
that's about it.
Yeah, Marco Polo in here as well. I mean, I guess that's what everybody's looking forward to. A whole half kind of confirmed now that DJ
Yeah,
and the rest of the starters, offensively and defensively, are going to be playing a whole half of the preseason game, man. What are you
yep.
thinking?
I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't wait till week one.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't wait for this season, man. It's gonna be one hell of a ride.
Right?
And
Shout out to
hopefully,
Nate in here as well.
and
Yeah,
hopefully
go
we
ahead.
make the playoffs.
That's the hope for everybody, right? And I'll say
Yeah.
this, because Durant put in the Jamar Chase thing. I'll get to that a little bit later on, maybe if somebody asks about it, but I'll probably get to it like after Mike. But because I want to talk about the preseason game coming right now, I want to talk about Patriots joint practices and whatnot. So here's the thing, Miz is calling, is Galladay gonna be on there? I don't know. That's a good question. Is Galladay gonna be in the preseason game? That's a great question. He's
I
still dealing with his
doubt
hammy.
it.
Yeah.
Doubt it.
I doubt it as well. I'm surprised Miz is calling Tony a clown. Or no, I'm gonna disagree with that because I don't think the dude has done anything to be warranted called a clown.
Yeah.
He's dealing with his after effects of COVID. If you're gonna call if you're gonna call somebody a clown for not seeing the field, you gotta keep it consistent and call Kenny Galladay one as well and Saquon one as well. But you can't keep it
Yeah.
just on one player. You know what I'm saying? We got like three main players on our offense on not necessarily IR, but being babied by the trainers right now because we don't know when they're gonna come back. And you could even add Shane Lemieux in there as well because he still hasn't actually, played a game yet. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the
Mhm.
rest of the offensive line. So I'll say that.
Yep.
But in regards to the preseason game, though, what are you looking at when you come? Because we're gonna get to see all the stars. What exactly are you looking forward to, Mike?
I'm really looking forward for the defense.
Mhm.
Defense and offensive line, of course. And that's basically it. Maybe because Galladay's probably not going to play. Tony's probably not going to play.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Barkley probably isn't going to play.
Doesn't that basically leave DJ with the weapons that he had last year?
Yeah.
So how do you feel? How you feel we're gonna do then with basically a last year's offense? Do you think we're gonna do any better? Do you think we're gonna look the same? I mean, we all hope no matter what for improvement.
Uh, I mean, maybe about the same, but as you notice in the last game of the season, Sterling Shepard really balled out.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Daniel Jones can continue hitting Shepard and creating more chemistry between them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I will also like hope, hopefully Slayton does good.
The person for me that I'm most worried about, because you guys already know, I think Saquon is gonna be fine. I'm more worried about Galladay than anybody else because not only was he the big ticket free agent, there's a reason we all wanted him so bad because we need him to be out on the field to stretch the field so nobody's stacking the box again against Saquon. So I'm worried. I'm more worried about Galladay than anybody else. I think that Saquon's gonna be fine. I think that Tony is gonna end up being fine because he was always, in my opinion, a future pick anyway. Not necessarily somebody that's gonna have an impact right now. And then when it comes there's like Rudolph as well. Ingram could hold it down. I've been saying that for a while. As much as I hate Ingram, he's going to improve. So it really just comes back to Galladay. He's the only person I really want to hit the field as soon as possible.
Yeah. Uh, I you see, I have a feeling that the Giants are just keeping it down low on Galladay. I I personally think he might be healthy,
Hmm.
and they just don't want him to play in the preseason
Yeah.
because they originally said 2 to 3 weeks, and it's been about 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Hmm.
So
The thing with the hamstring, though, is it lingers. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, Judge of course wouldn't bring him out in the preseason because, like you said, it can linger.
Hmm.
So they just want to make sure he's healthy going into week one.
Mm. I hope you're right, and I see a lot of people in the chat agreeing with you as well, saying that Miz, for example, saying Judge is hiding stuff. The rant saying he's playing the Patriot way with the injury reports. And by the way, guys, the link is posted, so anybody that wants to call in, definitely call in. I see Nerding Out Sports in here. It's been a minute, bro. Uh, Definitely hit that link. We got Nate in here. Cresley, I know he said he can call in, but that's what's up though. And let's get to a couple questions that kind of relates to this, which is Yurvraj is asking, what do you expect from the starters this preseason game stats wise, and how do you think the O line will play, Mike?
I mean, the offensive line, the first team should be pretty good. Just like just like the Jets game, they did pretty good. Besides a couple mishaps here and there,
Mm-hmm.
but for me, I've always said that I'm not worried about the starters. It's the depth that I'm worried about. And I mean, last preseason game, our backups did fairly well,
Mm-hmm.
serviceable. So if they can just, if the backups can just be serviceable, then I'm happy.
Hmm. What about defensively? Because I mean, to be fair, Mike, I think we're all looking at starters, not necessarily backups. But you brought a
Yeah,
point. You say you're not necessarily worried about the starters. Does anybody know if the Patriots are playing their starters, so it will be somewhat an even matchup, at least ones versus ones?
I think Belichick said he might play Newton,
Mm-hmm.
but that's as far as I know.
How many sacks for the defense? How many sacks for the defense this game, bro? This Sunday.
I'll say 4.
I could roll with that. I could definitely roll with that. Well,
Yeah,
Mike, anything else? Oh yeah, let's talk about the cutdowns before I get to the next caller here. Are you surprised that Devontae Downs and Sam Beal still on the team? I mean.
I am, but I did read a tweet saying that, I mean, people would be shocked that Beal and Downs are on the team, but you have to think of it this way. Right now, our corner, our backups, we are very thin.
Well, list out the backups, right? So Aaron Robinson, who's obviously still recovering from his surgery.
Yeah,
Josh Jackson, Madre Harper, I guess,
yeah.
and then it would be Sam Beal,
Wait,
right? Am I forgetting somebody?
I I think Madre Harper got cut today.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think he was one of the two guys cut. Yeah. So take
Yup,
out Marjorie Harper, then there's Sam Beal. Is there somebody else that I'm forgetting, or am I just Rodarius Williams is who I was forgetting? You know what I'm saying? So it's
yeah,
like unless they plan to run like 7 corners deep, I'm like Rodarius is still ahead of him. You know?
yeah. I I bet it will be the final cut.
Mhm. Which is happening a week from today, basically.
If not, maybe they plan on keeping him on the practice squad,
Mhm.
which I mean, I'm all I'm all for it.
Mhm.
Just keep him on the practice squad and let him develop. Even
Mhm.
though he's had plenty of time, 2, 3 years to develop. I mean,
Oh, two things. So learning on sports brings up a good point. Another corner that I forgot was Keon Crossing, who we traded from the Texans.
oh yeah,
Even though he might end up being, like special
yeah,
teams depth. I don't think quantity wise we're thin, but I know why you say that because Judge himself said, "Oh, we're kind of thin at the corner spot right now." That's why they had Matt Cole, the wide receiver, playing corner. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Mhm. Damn.
We'll see how it
Even
goes.
even in NFL, you have to go both ways sometimes.
Mhm. I might.
But
Hey man, any last thoughts before I pop you out, man? Thank you for
uh,
calling in, bro.
no problem, Hub. Uh, everybody sub up the Hub. And Hub, it was great talking to you.
Mike,
And
pleasure as usual, man. Happy Mamba Day. It's 8:24. I know you're a big Black Mamba fan, man. Rest in
yes,
peace to Kobe.
sir.
It is 8:24, and it was his birthday yesterday as well. So
I
that's
know.
yep. Anyway, though,
All
Mike,
right,
thank you for calling in, man. Have a good one,
all
bro.
right. You too.
Real quick before I pop in the next guy, who's Logan. Then we got BPS, and the link is already in chat for anybody who wants to call in. I'll say this, or because this is addressing a couple chats actually. Miz says he's not worried about Jones. He'll be tuned in on Sunday and taking notes on the starting line. I wanna feel the same, man. I wanna feel like Jones is gonna be just absolutely zoned in, that he's gonna go out there and slice and dice the opposing defense, and then we're gonna be fine. I just gotta see it, you know what I'm saying? I gotta see it with my eyes to see how it goes. Shout out to Nikki in the chat, first ever member, goated hub member in here. What up, Nikki? We got ex-vegan Logan, ex-vegan. What? All right, bro. You do you. And another thing from the chat. Let's see here. There was one other comment that I saw here. Oh yeah, Noah was saying that Tony and Galladay will be ready for week 1. I hope so. We'll see how it goes. But I hope Galladay more than anybody is ready for week 1 because once again I view him as the most important guy on like the kind of like not necessarily pup or injured, but the guy that's kind of affected right now with his hamstring. But Logan, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? What's good, man?
So, I just finished an episode of my podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were doing NFL division rankings. I texted you about this. Man had the nerve to put the Rams in 4th place.
Who was that, by the way?
Raider Nick put the Rams in 4th place.
I don't think I agree with that. I don't think I agree with that, man.
Someone else said the Broncos were winning the AFC West.
I don't think I agree with that either, man. Oh, Bobby Murphy's in here. What up, Bobby?
Yo, oh my God. I don't know what to do, but like, what are your opinions on the Giants versus Patriots coming up?
So we start literally tomorrow with the joint practices. It's tomorrow and Thursday, right? And then they rest Friday and Saturday, and then they go into the game on Sunday or something like that. If that's the schedule, either way, I don't know how to feel about it because I'm trying to think in my head right now. I feel like the Browns joint practices was probably more valuable because they got more talent. A couple more people on the roster that could actually challenge us a little bit. That's not to say the Patriots got no talent, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think on their defensive side of the ball who could really pose a good opposition for our offense. Specifically, our O-line is what I'm trying to think of. Of course, their corners, they got 2 really good, great corners over there, so DJ's definitely going to be testing himself. As for the game, like I was telling Mike earlier, it really depends. Are the Patriots playing their starters as well? If they're playing their starters as well, then I'm definitely going to be liking what I'm looking forward to, but I just don't know if that's the fact yet.
Yeah, and I heard somewhere that Galladay isn't going to be ready to play Week 1 versus Denver.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where'd you read that from?
My dad told me. He read it somewhere.
I'm going to need to know from where, bro, but if that's the case, I mean, man, I'm telling you, bro, he's going to be the most important piece of this offense because Saquon's going to be fine. Saquon is healthy. I'm beyond convinced that Saquon is healthy. I want Galladay to be there Week 1. If he's there Week 1, we're going to be fine. You know what I'm saying? Miz out here mad convinced he's going to be there Week 1.
Mm-hmm. I was on my stream and I was asking people, because I know there's some people who are concerned with Kadarius Toney. I know Miz is. What are your thoughts on that?
It's the same thing I've been saying all offseason long, which is I'm not really concerned with Kadarius Toney because even if he was fully healthy, I didn't think he was going to crack the top 3 receivers immediately. If he did, in my opinion, would have been towards like halfway or later on during the season. So he was always a guy that I'm looking like he's going to be somebody that takes effect next year. He's going to be somebody that really gets in the offense next year. But right now, what it is, it's COVID, according to Joe Judge at least, and I trust Judge. So I'm just going to wait for him to recover from that, you know?
Yeah, and what are you most excited to see for the joint practices this week?
DJ versus the corners, or I guess our wide receivers versus the corners. If Galladay was there, it would have been pretty cool to see Gilmore versus Galladay. But I guess right now, would it be Slayton versus Gilmore or Shepard versus Gilmore? I guess it depends who they put on who. And then who's that third receiver? Is it David Sills? Is John Ross? Has he been in there? You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of David Sills, you want this man to make the roster, bro. I want to.
I do want him to make the roster, but I keep having flashbacks to a guy named Alonzo Russell from a couple years ago who did very similar things, and he didn't make the roster for some reason.
Bro, I'm just saying, if you watch the film back, David Sills had that Hail Mary in his hands for like half a second, bro. It's depressing. But speaking of that...
How have you felt about David Sills, bro?
I felt good. I think he needs to get a little bit better at getting some more separation, and he definitely needs to catch more passes. But I think he could be a good like 4th or 5th receiver for the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
I'd honestly rather have them than John Ross, and I'm not even joking. Because David Sills, he could catch the ball pretty well. He's a pretty decent receiver. John Ross has potential, but let's be honest, he can't stay healthy and he can't catch. So I'd rather have a decent guy that's somewhat good over a guy that has potential but that's just never healthy and he can't catch.
I'll say this about Sills, and shout out to Eli Rax, who I had on the podcast. I think it was last week when he referenced Brandon London, who he had in his own podcast, going through kind of a little bit of a line here. But he was telling me that some people in the Giants organization basically view Sills as a guy that could fill in for Galladay a little bit. Obviously not saying he can be Galladay, but in terms of type receiver, he is big body, jump ball type receiver, and zone guy. So I'm just like, that's another reason why I like him a little bit, especially that's why I want him to make the roster as well. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think he could definitely make the roster. I'm rooting for him to make the roster. I just keep getting flashbacks to when he almost hauled in that one pass against the Jets one-handed, and I freaked out. But, yeah, that's basically it. Preseason has been, I guess you could say, interesting so far. But, what are your opinions on Brian Lewerke, bro? This dude's trash.
Nah, I wouldn't say he's trash. He got me worried a little bit at the beginning of his stint there when he first came in. I was like, oh man, nobody could be worse than Clayton Thorson. After the first couple drives, I was like, oh man, I might have been wrong. But he picked it up as he went on, bro. Listen, he's a third string quarterback, and he's all right for a third string quarterback. I'll keep it at that.
Okay. Bruh. I wish we had a better backup. Mike Glennon is not that guy, pal.
I personally like Colt McCoy more. As you guys saw last night on the panel, I think I was in the minority of that. Almost everybody else liked Mike Glennon more, but I just like Colt McCoy more. That's just me, though.
Colt McCoy is... I need to get a Colt McCoy jersey, bro. Russell Wilson's dad.
Do not do that.
Russell Wilson's dad
is Leonard Williams.
Yeah, actually, that's facts.
Yeah.
I should go get my Leo jersey. Yeah, that's about it, man. There's not much been going on. Who are the... I was busy today, so I wasn't able to catch up on the cuts, but who did we cut?
So, Mondre Harper was one of them, and I'll just pull it up right now because I don't know the other dude, and then we moved people onto IR, and that was technically what got us down to an 80-man roster. So, we'll see real quick. So, we moved Ryson John and Quincy Wilson to IR, and is this article going to tell me who they cut? This article does not tell me who they cut, but it's Mondre Harper and some other dude, bro.
Quincy Wilson, I thought he had a... He's pretty good.
Yeah, he just got injured. Oh, yeah, Cole Hikutuni, the guy whose name I can't pronounce. Yeah, the tight end.
Okay.
So I'm kind of surprised. I was like, listen, I guess we're really struggling in terms of depth at linebacker and cornerback because you guys know which two I was expecting to get cut. So there's that.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but Danny Chillin is impressing me, bro.
What exactly has he done to
his run-stuffing ability.
I'll say this. I was impressed by a highlight from one of the Cleveland practices where he pulled a swim move on one of the offensive linemen to get right by him. That was very impressive.
I don't know about you, but what's that, the dude named Moa. What's his first name? I forget.
What?
Moa. His last name is Moa.
I don't know why, but I can't remember his first name now just because you said his last name.
Yeah, him and the
All right, so let me address some.
Bro,
cap
I know
real quick.
almost every player on the Giants. I don't know these.
Let me address
though.
some cap real quick because Moa looks good for what he is, but some people.
Henry looks good too.
People have been saying on Twitter we should cut BJ Hill because we have Moa. I'm like, are you serious, bro? We're not serious right now, bro. This is why Giants Twitter be on something sometimes.
Giants Twitter's bugging.
Yeah. David Moa, that's the first name. Thank you, Nerd Now Sports.
David Moa, there you go. Well, watching the film, he put a hell of a spin move on during the Jets game. David Moa, he looks pretty good. And the other guy named Henry that I'm also forgetting the first name of looked good. But I'm excited to see Shep and Slayton versus what's his name? J.C. Jackson and Stephon Gilmore. I'm definitely excited for that.
Yeah, I'm wondering who's gonna be put on who, but I really do want to see it. Once again, I was hoping that would have been Galladay versus Gilmore. And we'll see if he's going to be out there, you know what I'm saying, week 1. But real quick before you go, let me address, because the chat has been moving. Shots a big play. Slay in here. He says, even though I'm an Eagles fan, I've been spying on some of the preseason games for the Giants. So when I call him, I'll probably talk a couple Giants-related things. I have big play say, we'll see you, bro. We'll see you. Miz says, Galladay is going to be available week 1. He'll be a full go. I really hope so, because I think we really need him. You're Rogers saying, if I was the Giants, I know Tony won't get a lot of throws because our depth is insane. Why not put him in use and play him as a running back where he gets more thoughts?
I like
he
that.
Gets more snaps. Your thoughts? I don't necessarily like that. I'm just like, play him at special teams where most like rookie wide receivers play anyway.
You don't want to see Kadarius Toney doing a Texas route out of the backfield, bro.
No, I want to see Saquon and Devontae Booker do their thing.
I love Saquon, but Saquon's not going to be full go till like week 3.
No, Saquon is gonna be a full go week 1, bro. I've been telling
They're
you.
not going to give him
I've
15
been
carries
telling
week
you
1, cuz.
for months, bro, that Saquon's gonna be a full go.
I'm telling you, Saquon's going to have a legendary comeback season, but he's not going to get 15 plus carries till week 2, in my opinion.
All right, bro. Whatever you say. I just respectfully disagree, man. Shout out to Zion for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate it, bro. He says for the fam. Really do appreciate it, Zion. If you in here, man, pop in. Why not? The call-in link is there. And then there was another thing here. Mark Primetime says dad sources don't count. LOL. I need Galladay for my fantasy. Even Mark says, bro, we need to know where your dad got his source from. And Bobby Murphy, I heard Captain saying that his backups on the Eagles are better than the Giants starters. That's some cap, Bobby. That's just some straight cap.
Bobby, all I gotta say is the Eagles' greatest receiver of all time is what's his name? I completely just messed up my own roast. Whatever. Nah. That's about it, bro. I mean, there's not much going on. I thought the preseason would be a little bit better, but I guess we're just having downtime until the regular season.
And shout out to Nikki for the $2 super chat. I really do appreciate it. Once again, first ever member. All right, I think she was also like one of my first ever super chats, bro. Hub Hall of Fame. She says, thank you, Hub, for all that you do. I really do appreciate it. And Logan, yeah, man, any last thoughts, or was that your last thoughts before I pop in Big Play Slay?
Let's go Giants. I'm on the 10-7 road. I've eased down from 12-5. I think we're a 10-7 team, 9 to 10 wins, and 2012 Ninja Turtles is goated. We're out.
Yeah, I'm about to continue watching that after the stream, man. So yeah, have a good one, Logan.
All right, peace.
And we got a Big Play Slay in here real quick before you say anything, bro. All right, because he's an Eagles fan. So all I'm gonna say is,
bruh. I'm just gonna say a couple things I've seen in the Giants. The Giants game with the Browns and everything. My morning kind of sucked because when I heard that Travis Etienne got injured, I was.
Oh yes, the Ran brought that up earlier. I didn't even get to it. Yeah, man.
I was completely screwed this morning. Like, I had him in fantasy in so many leagues too. Like, I don't think I drafted him in your league for the Yahoo League, but I think I drafted him in a couple sleeper leagues and one of my other fantasy leagues. So I am screwed. I'll just say that I'm completely screwed. But yeah. I'll talk some Giants, even though I hate you guys. Yeah, I've been spying on your team a little bit.
No, I don't think it's spying. I think you're just getting slowly converted. You see which team.
I'm not.
You see whose team is better. You're enjoying our games more. You're enjoying our players, the content.
I've been
everything.
spying on every team. I've been spying on every team in this division. I've been watching their. So, yeah.
Whatever you say, man.
Yeah, for the Giants. One thing that I saw in that Giants-Browns game, I was impressed with the second string offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I feel like it wasn't really a good it was a good performance, but I wasn't like overly surprised because they were playing the Browns, and the Browns had so many dozens of starters resting or sitting out because it's a preseason game.
Yeah.
But the week before, the week prior to that, when they played the Jets, they didn't look good. So they impressed a little more this week. And I was a little surprised by that, but yeah. I like what I saw from them, even though they still suck. Your offensive line is a little worrisome, but I'm not going to troll you guys because I feel like you're a decent team with a little potential, but I still feel like you need a couple pieces on that offensive line.
So real quick before you continue, just because we got two Michaels in here, Michael R and Michael B. Michael B says, could I review what happened today in status of Aaron Robinson? So I'll answer the second one first. As of right now, there hasn't been any really big status change on Aaron Robinson. He's still just recovering from the abdominal surgery. That's why Diggy was trolling him last night with the my tummy hurts thing, because we really haven't gotten any real update on him. So we'll see what happens with Aaron Robinson. And then in terms of what happened today, because I don't think I've actually even said it maybe once, we trimmed down to 80 guys. We cut tight end Cole Hikuni. I can't pronounce his name. Hikutini.
Yeah.
And I believe Mardre Harper Montre Hartage. Man, I've been saying that man's name completely wrong. Montre Hartage. And then we moved Bryson John and Quincy Wilson to injury reserve, and that's
Mhm.
basically what got us down. But yeah, go ahead, there, big play Slayer. Was that
Yeah,
it? By the way,
yeah,
rocking
that
a
was.
Washington
Mhm.
shirt.
No, it's orange. By the way, it's an orange Puma shirt. But I was gonna say for Barkley because I know that Logan doesn't think he's full go for Week 1. I clearly think he is. I think he's having over 100 yards. In the Broncos game,
I'll
and
say
that would
this:
be big.
people in the chat corrected me on
Yeah.
that. They were like, "Hub or Kush, he could be full go, but that doesn't mean they're gonna give him full snaps," is what they were
Yeah.
saying.
Mhm.
I still respectfully disagree, guys. I think it's smoke for Barkley. I really do, but we'll see.
I think he's having over 100 yards because you got to remember last year, even though Broncos defense looks good on paper right now, and last year defense was ranked at the almost at every single statistic on the defense last year for the Broncos. They were at the top except for one statistic. They were 25th in rush defense. And their interior is not looking good. So I think Barkley's going to feast that game.
Hmm.
And I think he's going to get a lot of snaps, as much as Giants fans don't think so.
Really.
So,
Hey, shout out to Eli Raxon here. Your guys, go over there, check him out. He's over there with the Giants guys, the New York Giants rush as well. And you see, I'm telling you, BPS is gonna deny it, but he's being slowly converted to a Giants fan from an Eagles fan. You muted
don't,
yourself. Yeah.
don't say that.
Listen,
Dude,
you're over here giving Barkley 100+ yards week 1.
I just feel like it. I feel like he's going to have over 100 because the Broncos interior is average. They're not good. I just don't like it. And the only reason I say that is because they're average. They're average interior. They're an average interior. The rest of the defense is great. I'm not gonna deny that. But if you just look at their interior, focus on that position, they don't look that good. So I think Barkley's gonna feast in that game.
We'll see, man. Shout out to Levance in
Yeah.
here as well. Is there anybody else other than Barkley that's been slowly converting you, or is it just him?
Uh,
Is it the awesome defense?
no.
Is it the offense?
Uh,
Is it
no,
the
it's
awesome
nothing.
offensive
It's
line?
nothing. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing.
Is it our better quarterback?
No, no. I kind of want Barkley to have 100 yards week 1 because I have him in fantasy league. So hopefully he goes nuts.
Okay.
Hopefully he goes wild.
By the
Yeah.
way, Logan brings up a nice point. He says, "You, an Eagles fan, has never worn a green shirt on stream, but you had a silver shirt for Cowboys, a blue shirt for the Giants, and a yellow shirt for Washington."
I don't wear too many green shirts. The only green shirt I will ever wear is a Eagles shirt, and that's about it. Because I'm plain. Like this is you're getting orange, blue, and anything like white or anything. That's just the type of shirts I wear. Green shirt is so like weird to me. Other than a Eagles shirt, that's the only shirt I'm rocking.
All right.
Because it's my team.
So, as the enemy, give us an update on your team or what's been going on, and what up, Nate, in there as well.
Yeah. As the enemy, we have been looking good against the Jets so far. Today was the first joint practice, I think, against us and the Jets. Quez Watkins, he's still looking good. He had that one big catch again today. Jalen Hurts, he looks impressive. Accuracy is getting better. The timing's getting better. Everything's there for Jalen Hurts right now. So I'm impressed by him and everything that the Eagles are doing. The defense was quiet today, I think, because I didn't hear too much about them. But one thing I will say is a couple players on that D-line made a couple plays today, and some of the secondary was a highlight reel today.
Shout out to Nikki for $2 super chat. Really do appreciate it. She says, "I know I'm late, but congrats on 3K Hub. We love you." And I really do love you guys as well, man. I appreciate it. Like I said before, it's either going to be Thursday or Friday that I'll be doing the giveaway stream, just to thank you guys for 3K. It's going to be your choice of one of the 3 new merches, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be either the Leonard Williams one, the Young Joker one, or the Joe Judge one. You guys choose.
You have to throw an Eagles shirt in there at least.
I'm sorry, no. Why would I throw an Eagles shirt in there, bro? Am I an Eagles channel?
What you have to throw one Eagles shirt, one Dallas shirt, and one Washington.
Never happening, bro.
Just in case.
You know what? Just because you said that, my next design is gonna have those sorry teams on them, but not in a good light, bro. Just because you said that.
Of course you do that. Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make another shirt with the other teams on it, and they're gonna like be getting crushed by Daniel or something. I already have it in my head. We'll see.
These Giants fans, man, not playing, but congrats on 3K still.
Thank
you deserve it, bro. You are one of the biggest Giants fans, and yes, he's a Giants fan. Even though the Giants suck, you are a great content creator. I will say that. You are a great
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Hey, my school is actually starting tomorrow. My semester starts back tomorrow, guys. So I'm gonna see how I'm gonna adjust.
Yeah.
It's it's a different schedule every semester. We'll see. But in terms getting back to the Eagles, right? Tell me about this dude Quez Watkins. Why is he getting so much attention and stuff?
Because he's been the highlight reel of our training camp so far. Like, this whole entire offseason, he's been a highlight reel. Like, this dude is making catches all over the damn place. Like, it's surprising because last year he was never used correctly. And that's clearly because of Doug Peterson. But the one time he's used right, it's in this entire offseason. He looks good. He looks like he's improved his game. Because last year, and when he got into the NFL, his route running wasn't good because he got off the line like pretty bad because he didn't have a good time with press coverage. And now he looks good with press coverage. Like J.C. Jackson, that play happened earlier. And it was that way.
Real quick, I just gotta say, Steph just gave me a great idea in the chat. A shirt that says "Hurts the Season," or Cresley says, "A giant clipping some." Yo, y'all giving me some good ideas, bro. Shout out to C Bands tuning in as well, Steph. Diggy in here. What up, Diggy, man? How you doing? Listen, man, this is your fault, BPS. If you didn't say throw an Eagles or Cowboy shirt in there, I wouldn't be thinking of like new designs to make. I'm gonna have one clipping some wings. I'm gonna have one Daniel Jones stepping on y'all, bro. I'm gonna go all out, bro.
You know what you should do?
What?
Miles Sanders hurdling over Leonard Williams, your entire defense, Blake Martinez.
Has he ever done that? I don't think he's done that.
I think he can do that.
No, but we're talking about things that's happened, right? So we clipped some wings last year, so that makes sense. Daniel Jones stepping on Washington for 5 games straight. That makes sense.
Let's talk about the Evan Ingram drop. How about that? Those
Listen, I was the leader of the Evan Ingram hate train last year. Let's not pretend as if I wasn't.
Make a shirt of that then. Or make a shirt of that drop.
I can never make merch that actually actively hates on players, bro. Shout out to Tudo for the $5 super chat. He says, Salute, Kush, Pisano, drive by your office, turn on the lights, pay proper respects, and slap all the Eagles fans on the losers out. Listen, did you feel that, though? Did you feel it across your face?
No, I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it. It's these Giants fans that have been talking this entire offseason. Y'all are finishing third. I just want to let you know.
And by the way, shout out to KB in the chat. I was gonna say that as well because Nate was asking, "Who do I look like last night?" Ryan Santoso, I guess, is the closest thing, bro. Because they were trying to figure out which Giants player I look like, bro. Ryan Santoso is the closest.
You probably look like a movie star or something. I don't know, like a movie, someone from a movie or something. That's the closest I can get to.
Mhm. Yeah.
How
are you genuinely feeling about your team, bro?
I think we're a retooling team at best this season.
Okay.
I'm not going to say we're winning 13, 14, 15 games. That's ridiculous.
Why do you have the Giants third in the division?
Because I think Washington and Dallas are better than you.
We going to act as if Ryan Fitzpatrick been looking good?
All he has to do is facilitate the offense, my guy.
Give me any season in his entire career where he's had more than like 5 good games.
All he has to do is facilitate the offense, and they're a good team.
All I'm asking you, though, is give me like one season where he does that consistently.
There's no season, I'll admit that. But now he has a better team, and a lot of the confidence is going to go to him because he is the starter going into the season.
Listen, all I'm saying is I think we could finish second. I think third is a bit disrespectful, bro.
Third is not disrespectful because that's what you are. You're a third place team. That's exactly what you are. I'm not gonna lie. I think we're finishing fourth, but I don't think you're better. You're totally better than us. You're a little bit better than us. That's all I'll say. You're like an 8 or 7 win team, something like that.
Did you say that we're a little bit better than you? Just a little bit?
It's not a lot. What are you talking about? You act like you didn't go 6-10 last year. You only won 2 more games than us.
You act as if we, yo. Nah, this is
Yeah,
not happening right now, bro.
You won 2 games.
What?
You only had two
Bro,
games
bro, bro,
over.
bro, 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 bro. Last 8 games of the season, did we not go like? Let me bring this up right now, bro. Didn't we go like 5-3 the last 8 games of the season, bro?
But you
After our O
forget
line
that you
started to
went
click,
1-7.
you know what I'm saying, bro? Like
You
you
forget
guys
that you
literally,
went
you guys literally
1-7.
had to tank to keep us out the playoffs. Now I know it was the NFC least, but like we were out here, bro. We were out here making statements, beating the Seahawks, destroying Russell. This cannot be serious, bro.
You beat Russell Wilson and you beat the Rams with Jared Goff, and that impresses you. I get the Seahawks.
Wait. This man just said we beat Russell Wilson, and that impresses me.
No. The Seahawks win. That's good. That's good. But I don't really like Jared Goff. I'll be honest. What? I think he's a solid quarterback, but because you guys played him, and not Matthew Stafford, I feel like Matthew Stafford.
Bro, what are you talking about,
He
man?
would have killed you guys if he was there instead of Jared Goff.
I'm gonna say this real quick. This man obviously forgot that the Rams had the best defense in the NFL last year, and
Okay,
that was a
that's
game
true.
that was like 9-13, and it was also a game in the first half of our season. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Week
true.
4,
That's true.
week 4, we were one of the closest games the Rams had last. Anyway, shout out to Nikki for the $2 super chat. She says this should be enough for a Hurts jersey for BPS. You're right. You can find it in the clearance aisle at Modell's that's being shut down currently because they're going bankrupt. You can find it in the clearance aisle at the thrift store. You know what I'm saying? I got you, bro. I'm not going to get you one out the dumpster because that's just plain disrespectful. But I'll go to the thrift store for you. You know what I'm saying, bro? Shout out to Tudo for the $5 super chat. He says if BPS shows up to the link to the Giants game, we'll make sure to spit on the floor and draw on him accidentally.
Oh my God! I'm not going to the link now. I'm just not doing it.
Oh,
I can't
shout out
see
to
that
Engraven in here as well, bro. What's up, yo?
Ooh, what's good, Engraven? See, I appreciate that. I appreciate that compliment. I do figure myself as a good heel against these crybabies, if I could say. These Giants crybabies. That's what you call them nowadays. What? Little Giants. That's what one of the Eagles content creator calls them.
This is
Little
some cap.
Giants. And I like that.
All right, bro. You overstayed your welcome, bro. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what else to tell you, man. All right, if we're third, who's first, bro?
Dallas. I told you this before. Dallas is ahead of you.
Dallas.
Okay.
Dallas.
I have to keep playing myself. When I say this, Dallas, if Dallas puts up 40 to 50 points and their defense is good, like just okay, in a game, they'll win this division. Because in 2018, their defense wasn't the best.
You're not that guy.
But it also wasn't horrible. This defense you may look at as horrible, but they're solid. Like on paper, they're solid. Just go look at their defense. It's not as bad as you think. Look at their defense. If this defense helps them in games here and there, then their offense is going to explode and attack, and that's going to help them with the confidence thing.
All right. While I don't disagree with if their defense could be like average or gonna be a team to look out for, nah, Dallas ain't winning this division, bro. I refuse to believe it. That's not happening, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Nah. I'm sorry. Yo, I'm gonna give you some credit though, BPS. I'm gonna give you some credit. You should go into a career of comedy, bro. You've been absolutely hilarious right now, bro.
Oh, thank you.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
appreciate the compliment. But I'm just speaking facts. I think your team has a good future, but I still think 7 to 8 to 9 wins is an improvement year for you guys. You can definitely take that, my guy.
All I'm saying is we're gonna win 9 or 10 games, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I can see that, but I just don't see it. I need to see production on the field before I can call you that team first. That's the only reason I don't think you're a first-win team yet. Dallas has shown me a lot in the last 3 to 4 years, and they just improved their defense. So I'm picking Dallas. I'm sticking with it. If the Giants prove me wrong, I'll come on here and say that I was wrong. I'm not. How do I say this? But I'm not. Shoot, I don't know how to say this, but I will come on here and admit that I was wrong. That's what I will say.
Okay, Skip Bayless, you got it, bro.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Dallas is winning the division. I'm an Eagles fan saying this, so.
Hey,
prove me wrong.
listen. Any last thoughts before I pop you off, bro? Thank you for calling in, by the way. It was actually really fun talking to you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on Hub. Kush, but Thank you for having me on, Kush. I appreciate you. We'll collab in the future for sure. Good content creators, subscribe to Kush. Let's get him to 4K by the end of the season.
Hopefully,
But
right?
peace out, you guys. Yeah, for sure. Peace out, you guys. Have a good season.
Peace out, man. Have a good one. Before I pop in the call-in legend Miz himself real quick, let me just talk to the chat real quick, all right? Somebody just said it. Who said it? BPS, it's Nerding on Sports, and BBS are Cowboys fans, bro. This is confirmed. Big Play Slay is a Cowboys fan, and Kid Blue, we've been know, is a Cowboys fan. This is confirmed, all right? Nobody else. I've got enough evidence that I need. This man doesn't even have a green shirt in his closet. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say, bro. But with that being said, let's get the man himself, Miz, on here. Miz, what's up, man? How you doing? Did you hear what this dude just said, bro? Shout out to him, by the way. I love BPS. But he said Dallas won the division, bro.
I was enjoying it. I was having a drink and some popcorn. Oh, man. Listen, Eagle fans are delusional. You know how it is.
I don't know, man. I don't know. How you doing, bro?
Loaded in the chat for the Eagles. This is their season. It's 4-13, and next year they're drafting another quarterback. And we all know it. And that's pretty much the Eagles season. Come on now. You know, but hey, listen, he's a little, he's a young kid, so John, yeah, listen, I'm not gonna disagree with him on Dallas. I think Dallas is gonna definitely compete for the division.
Do you think who's more of a threat to us, Dallas or Washington?
Dallas. Even though Washington's defense is dangerous, like you said, their quarterback will not carry that team 18 weeks. He will throw away. He'll have a great game here and throw away the next week. You know, that's just the way he's been. He's not really fit for an 18-week season. He's the guy that you want coming off the bench when your first quarterback is not doing so well, and then he cleans up and plays well that way. He's not the guy who you want starting and carry your team far. You know, so I think that although I do think we're not beating them twice this year, you've heard me say that before.
Washington or Dallas?
Washington will split. Dallas too.
I've said that as well, Miz, right? I've said that as well. I
both.
think that we might drop week 2 to them, honestly.
Yeah, I have us losing that game, because it's 4 days after the first game, and we have to go there
Thursday night.
Some of these fans will believe, oh, they never beat us. You know, we beat them 4 years in a row, 3 years in a row. They haven't beaten us. That's even more the reason that they're gonna be ready for us that night. You know.
I'm right there with
Rivera's
you.
a good coach.
I'm right there with you. I do think that I've been saying it for weeks now. I do think week 2 is a game that might surprise fans. We really might take an L week 2, but that's fine because the next time we face them is literally at the end of the season for what I think is gonna be for the season, and I think we could pull that one out.
Yeah, if we could have it that way, then I'll give them the week 2 game, and then we'll play them the last week of the season to get into the playoffs, and I'll take that game at home. You know, that's just logically that's how it'll happen. Can one of the teams take both games? Yeah, of course. But when you're looking at a division, and if you're not the Kansas City Chiefs, you have to look at the division and say, okay, 6 games. Most games are going to be split. They're going to get their home game. We're going to get our home game. Just if you're looking at the record before the season, of course it could play out differently. But if you're going to be logical, right? And the Giants haven't been those championship team the last few years. So who are we to come up here and say, oh, we're going to sweep them. We're going to sweep them. You know, we're not there. You know, so split with the Redskins. We went over this. I think you and I are around the same number.
We're around the same thing. Yeah, I was like, we split with the Skins. I think I also said we split with Dallas. I don't know if you said that. And I said the only team this year I could see us realistically sweeping will be the Eagles, but don't even count out a split there. But on the bright side, I said sweep Eagles and split with the other two. What about you?
Here we go.
Yeah, the Giants. I have it the same as you. I think if we're gonna be good this year, we're gonna go 4-2 in the division. But listen, even in the good years, even when the Giants won Super Bowls, I seen them lose games to Philly, and then they'll turn around. And let's say Philly's not a good team this year, and they steal a game from us in our home building like they always do. Then we'll turn around and we'll upset a team like Tampa Bay when we don't expect to. You know, like that's typical Giants. You know, they've done that. Even in their good years, they always do that. They have a letdown game that they never should lose, and then they turn around and upset a team that's supposed to be much better than them, you know?
Shout out.
So it wouldn't shock me.
Shout out to Tudo for the $5 super chat. He says Getty's had 4 years and hundreds of millions to spare to rebuild the Giants with significant improvements. No more excuses, and time's up after the first game's results. So he's saying we've improved a lot, and we need to show it in the first game. What do you think?
Yeah, listen, we have to win that first game. We already spoke about this. The Giants cannot lose that first game. You lose that first game at home to a Denver team that we know their offense is not that good. I don't care who their receivers are. It's going to be a defensive, low-scoring game that we need to win that game.
Grind out.
Hey, win the game 17-13. I don't care. Win the game 13-10 with a last-second field goal. I don't care. You don't want to go to Washington down 0-1 because it's here we go again. You know what I mean?
I'm really with you there, bro. Slow start. I don't want it. And I've once again, Washington is a game I do kind of fear Thursday night. Now, Diggy in the chat says that Washington is a non-factor because they haven't shown that they could stop Saquon at all. What do you think about that? Because I do think Saquon's going to be back healthy week 1. What about you?
I don't buy much into that because even though we believe Barkley's healthier than they're leading us on to believe, Barkley hasn't played in a year.
Mm-hmm.
And that front seven for Washington might be among the best in the league. Listen, we don't want to go to Washington 0-1. You know it. You know it. The fan base will be hanging off the bridge. You know it.
Why are you so I gotta ask you, right? What about Galladay tells you he's gonna be ready to go week 1?
Oh, I think Galladay's playing week 1, no doubt about it, the whole game. Because he's not playing in preseason for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, people get upset. Oh, this guy's not playing. That guy, Judge knows what he's doing. And I look around the league and look at how many players are being lost for the season already. You know, and that tells me, listen, just trust Judge. He looks like a coach who knows what he's doing. Just trust him.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, he wants these guys ready for the season, and he don't want to put them out there and lose them before the season. Look at the guy that was lost in Jacksonville today, right? Last night?
Travis Etienne.
Yeah, and you know I've been hard on our offensive line, but I look at the Jaguars O-line and I feel a hell of a lot better about ours.
Don't you feel better off the Cleveland game where the backups looks way better than they did against the Jets?
I do feel better, but they were backups. I like that center that we have.
Jonathan Harrison,
yeah. I like that we have that because maybe we could do some things now.
What do you think?
You know? Listen, I'm not saying to do it. I know Nick Gates is the center, but if they ever wanted to start this guy at center and move Gates to guard, now you upgraded the O-line. And then you always have soldiers if Pert is not ready. If he's not ready. At some point in the first few weeks, you see that Pert is not doing well. You put soldiers in there. He's a veteran. I feel confident in that line.
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to pick up someone? I don't know. I'm starting to think that they're not.
Man, me too, because we went past 2 cut days now. To be fair, has there been any O-line cut worth picking up? There hasn't been anybody cut worth picking up. The last ditch, obviously the last chance that is going to be next week when we cut down to the 53. Every other team cuts down to the 53, and we're going to see what happens. What I really want to do, I don't know if it's possible at all, but I really want to package the corner we just got from Houston with a couple other dudes that's really not going to see playing time, maybe throw in like a 7th-round pick and send it somewhere for a backup alignment. But I'll see, man. I don't know.
So I spoke to Adam today, and I proposed this to see what he thinks. Would you set up a trade? And I love this guy, Julian Love. Would you put Julian Love and even a middle round pick together to go out and get a solid starting guard?
Give me a middle round pick though. Are you talking 4th, 5th, 6th? Which one?
Even if you give a third, let's say you have to give a third, but you're getting a real quality guard, a starter.
If I'm giving up a third and Julian Love, man, can you throw some names at me? Anybody in mind?
No. I don't know. You think of some, because I don't know who's out there to be traded.
That's what I was going to say, right? I'm like, that depends a lot. I don't mind giving up Julian Love, and I love Julian Love a lot too, and obviously Joe Judge loves Julian Love a lot. You know what I'm saying? Giving the nickname Duct Tape. But I feel like we got other players on here that does very similar things to what Love does. So he's kind of replaceable in a sense. The only thing I'm going to have a hard time parting with is going to be that pick, and it's going to depend on who we get back. But if we get somebody, for example, that's like a plug-and-play guard, no doubt, and you have Shane Lemieux as a backup, maybe that is somewhere we go. You know?
So then the other thing I told him, okay, forget about trading for a player. Would you trade Love for a draft pick? If some team out there is desperate for a young corner, he could play corner or safety.
If some team is desperate enough to give me a pick for Julian Love, Like
What
at
pick?
least a fifth, I'll say. I'll do it.
I think it's got to be higher than a fifth. No,
That's why I said at least. You know what I'm saying? I don't
maybe
think I
three.
don't
I was
I don't.
thinking three, but maybe that's too high.
I was
I
about to
don't.
say I think 3 is gonna be the highest. So you're looking at 3, 4, 5, honestly. Because once
Honestly,
again, I love
maybe.
Julian Love a lot, but we have
Yeah,
other dudes that could kind of do what he's doing.
I know, but he's emerging as a real good player, man. The guy tackles, he hits hard. I like him a lot. You know, they're gonna use him a lot. I wouldn't get rid of him.
Hmm
You know, Judge is big on this whole secondary. He wants to have as many as them as he can.
So how do you feel about us still keeping this guy Sam Beal? He hasn't been cut yet. What are you
He
thinking?
won't be here next week, and you know that I've been high on him.
Hmm
I don't think he's gonna be here next week. Some of these guys they kept like him and Devontae Downs, the linebacker. They're here because they got to play the game this week. Judge still doesn't want to play all the starters for too long, so you got to have bodies to finish the game
hmm
and the scrimmages. And then once that's all over and they have to do the final cut, those guys I think are gonna be gone.
hmm
So in a way, it's messed up, but they're being used.
I don't even think
Yeah.
it's. That's where people always say is the business side of football. I feel like some
Mhm.
players already know that. That's probably like way in on the bubble side of the roster, but we'll see.
Well, what they do is, they get a chance to showcase themselves for somewhere else. Someone else could pick them up off of cuts.
Hmm
I tell you what, man, I'm not a fan of Devontae Downs at all. I
I
hate
don't
the
think
way
I don't think anybody is. He can't tackle for anything.
he doesn't tackle. He doesn't. I don't even see the effort. Forget he doesn't tackle. I think like he just takes plays off where he looks like he's half butting it, half assing
And
it.
and he doesn't look like he's improved at all from last season, which I'm just like, all right, there's no reason to keep you.
No.
You know what I
Let a
mean?
young kid play over him. On the
Speaking,
other hand, Carter Coughlin looks amazing.
I was about to say that. Speaking of the young kid, what do you think of Carter?
Love him. Well, we all love him.
Hmm
We love when he drafted him. He's gonna be something because he's one of these feisty, blue collar, smart. I'm gonna give you my all type of linebacker. He's humble, so he's gonna try real hard. It's sort of like a young Martinez. I'm not saying he's as good as him, but
Are
you
you
know what
talking
I'm.
personality wise, young Martinez?
Yeah, he's like very smart. He'd be able to be the type of guy I think one day might be able to take over for Martinez down the road.
Mm. So
Maybe.
are you
Maybe.
higher on Carter than you are on Take Ryder?
I love both of them, but yeah, I'm higher on Coughlin.
Hmm
Yeah, definitely. But that's about it, man. I wouldn't worry about Galladay. The reason why what I said about Tony, I guess I don't really know exactly what's going on with him. I'm not happy that he hasn't been on the field all summer.
Yeah.
That bothers me as a first round pick, as a rookie who's supposed to be this special weapon,
hmm
and this guy doesn't get on the field. First it was the shoes, then it was his grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like
But
there's
like,
too many.
which one of those was his fault though? None of them.
I
You know what
know,
I'm
but
saying?
after a while, man, come on, man.
I agree with you, but then I got another point I could bring up. What about the rest of our rookies? There's only been one rookie who's been consistently on the field for us. That's Aziz. Rodarius has now started to come on the field, but the only consistent rookie on the field is Aziz out of all 6 of our draft picks. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just put that out there as well.
Right. Well, I guess I'm high on this kid Tony. I think he could be a one hell of a weapon.
I think as soon as he hits the field, that he can be as well. You know what
But
I'm saying? It's
is
gonna take time.
he going to hit the field, or is Judge going to have him in the doghouse now for the first few weeks?
That's the question, right? That's actually the question. Because right now, according to Judge, this is according to Joe Judge, it's not even anything physical. It's his health. It's like recovering from COVID is what it is right now.
What's going to happen with Seals?
I don't know about you, but I want him to make the roster.
Yeah, I like him too.
I want
I
him to
want
make the
him to play.
roster. I mean, he has to, right? Like, he showed out in training camp 2 years in a row now, and now he's actually had a chance in preseason. He's been doing good in both preseason games. I can't see a reason why they don't, have him on the 53.
Yeah, you have to. Also, if you never know if Galladay, with these problems he's had in the past, he has to miss a game here, 2 games there. You need to have this guy around, I think,
Mm-hmm.
Because Galladay couldn't. I wouldn't pencil Galladay in for 17 games.
Yeah. He's only played a full season once or twice in his 4-year career so far. So, yeah.
Because the style he plays, he's gonna miss a week here and a week there, And so, yeah, I like Seals. He's good,
Mm-hmm.
and I know two other guys, then I'll let you go. But Lorenzo Carter, I heard, is having a real nice camp preseason.
According to everybody that was watching the Browns and Giants practices, Lorenzo was unstoppable. He was always in the backfield, and Leonard Williams was always in the backfield. And Aziz was getting in there a good amount of times too. But you already know Lorenzo is that guy from last year. I was like, he could be the next step for us in terms of being like a really good second outside linebacker.
If Lorenzo be what he was supposed to be, we will have a pass rush off both sides. And Leo's unstoppable. I'm telling you, Leo looks unstoppable. He just looks like he's just even getting better and better, if that's possible.
And that sounds crazy, right? Jesus.
And one other guy I love, and it's because he looks like a hippopotamus, I love Sheldon. I love that guy, man. When he's down in the floor, and he looks like he's taking up a half a line.
Until I saw him compared to the rest of the players, I really didn't. He's big. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's been saying he's big. I'm like, but Dexter is big too, but it's not. Like, Danny is just, like, his frame is different. He's like a big pancake out there on the field.
Dude, they were talking about it. This guy doesn't have to do much. All he does is hit the A or B gap, take two guys to block him, and it opens up holes for the guys all around him to be free.
And you saw the swim move he hit on Cleveland too?
You know, he could play. He could play. He's we already know we're loaded at interior defensive line. We might have arguably the best interior defensive line in the league, and we have depth. We could switch in and out. It's gonna be good. I'm not worried about the defense at all. You know, I'm looking, like you said, what are you looking for Sunday? I will be staring at the O-line.
O-line,
Do we throw in a pocket? Do we open up some holes for a ground game? That's what's important to me. Is Pert starting?
He should be, yeah.
Then I'm going to be watching him because I'm a little worried about him. I'm not worried about Thomas. I think Thomas this year.
I mean, Thomas is going to – you already know how I feel about Thomas. Thomas, in my opinion, is going to be one of the top left tackles in the league, if not this year, next year. He is that guy. People just forgot about him because, you know, he was injured his rookie year. You know, he had a bad offensive line coach for like half of the year. Like, people just forgot about him, man.
If you last year when Judge fired the O-line coach and he took over the O-line job, from that moment on, Thomas was ranked one of the best in the league.
Yep.
So this year is going to be, they saying he looks amazing. His hand work looks so much better. So the guy I'm worried about is on the other side.
What about Lemieux? Because Lemieux's coming off the injury. He hasn't seen anything since the Jets. Actually, no, since before the Jets game. So it's been a couple weeks.
I like Lemieux, but that's why we're going to have – I'm telling you, when you're watching this game, anybody who really knows the game this week for the first half will be watching that O-line. They're not going to be like, oh, Jones didn't make the completion or he fumbled. No, watch the O-line because if Jones doesn't have a pocket, then you got to stop blaming Jones. If he doesn't have time and he doesn't have a pocket, then the O-line, it's still a worry. And we don't want that going into the first game of the season. But I have a feeling we're going to see a good O-line.
I completely agree with you. Going back to what Thomas, once we fired the O-line coach, Thomas improved. The O-line improved. It's no coincidence. That's when we once again went 5-2 down the stretch. Or 5-3, I mean, down the stretch of the season. It's no coincidence.
That's it, man. Listen, I think it's going to come down to Dallas and Giants. I think Washington will be one game behind, but might be enough for them not to make the playoffs.
It's going to be tight. It always is.
I like two teams out of our division because I think only Tampa's coming out of the South.
Okay. I was going to say that means one of the division is going to have just one team. All right.
Yeah.
Because there's who's in there? There's Tampa, there's Falcons, Saints.
Carolina and the Saints.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people are high on the Saints. I'm not. I think they're going to take a hit without Breeze.
Maybe it takes them a year to adjust.
I looked at a preseason game last night against the Jaguars, who are not even an NFL team right now. You know, I don't care about that. I think Tampa comes out, and you got to watch the West because 3 teams could come out of the West. Remember, it's 7 teams this year in the playoffs. So, that's it. Good talking to you. I'll be watching. You know that. And I'm going to get me a Leo Lion shirt. Everybody get in there in the Hub store. He's got the Leo Lion shirt.
You could try and win one this Friday when I do a giveaway and see if you got it.
No, I'm not going to win one. I promised you I was going to buy it, and that's what I'm going to do. So let somebody else win one.
For sure, man. I really do appreciate it, Miz.
And still promote that Week 18. We're all going to Week 18. Everybody. Get Entertainer there also. I don't care. Get him on board. Yeah,
I talked to him a little bit about it while at FanFest. Week 18, you heard the man. We were talking about that Washington game. It's gonna come down to the wire. I guarantee it. That Week 18 game is gonna be one of the most important games of the season, and it's the last game of the season. With probably, hopefully, we're looking to the playoffs. It's just a nice setup, and we got a lot of people being down there. Miz, Ash Money, Diggy, Kid Blue. Like we got people going down there,
We
man.
got people flying up here from the south to come to that game. So,
Oh yeah,
you know,
Pest is gonna be there as well.
yeah.
Like people are gonna be there, guys. Make sure you could try and make it.
All right, Hub.
For sure,
good,
Miz. As usual, bro. Great talking to you. Call in God. Have a good one, man.
Take care.
Oh wow. As soon as I was about to pop in Harrison, he pops out. I'm going to see if he pops back in. Otherwise, I'm going to get Zion on here. Let me get this super chat. Shout out to Tudo for the $5 super chat. He says, love the fact that in Coach Coughlin's time, every single player had to sweat hard and compete under position 24/7, 365, nonstop. You could kind of say the same thing for Judge, because the first thing he said when he stepped on board last year was he's going to put the best players out there. You know what I'm saying? All right, Harrison, that's what's up, man. Thank you for tuning in out of the way, man. Get some good sleep, bro. And let's get wait. Actually, let me talk to the chat a little bit before I get Zion on, because I haven't talked to the chat in a minute. Let's see here. O'Shane played well against the Browns in preseason. That's also true. O'Shane looking like he's fighting real hard to keep his spot on the roster. Andrew Thomas is a GOAT. 100% true. Andrew Thomas is a young GOAT. Danny, his stats are not going to be flashy, but he's creating the stats for other players. That's how he plays. We need to extend his deal. Are you saying that's how you want him to play, or are you saying that's how you think he's going to play? We'll see what happens with that. I'm excited to see our O-line, Thomas and Pert at the ends. Nerding on Sports, I agree with you, bro. Hey, yo, Sugar Toss is in here. What's up, man?